Number 90, critiquing for cash. I've saved the best for the last, folks, because you can go to every seminar in the world. You can listen to every speaker on telemarketing. You can read every book, listen to every cassette tape series, and you'll never hear any one technique more important to your career than what I'm about to give you, and that is tape record and critique yourself. If you're new to telemarketing, tape record at least one phone call a day for the first 6 months and critique it. Once you have done that, continue to tape record at least one phone call a week for the rest of your career. I believe the challenge that we all have is to become the best that we can possibly become. There's only one number one in every organization. I'm not even saying that you should shoot for being number one, because that brings you a lot of disappointment. If you'll only shoot for becoming the best you that you can possibly become. We've all been given some great gifts, but I believe it's up to each one of us to develop those gifts, to see how good we can really get. If you'll pick out of your notes, if you'll just pick out one skill or technique or idea or word a day and practice, drill, rehearse, and role play that 16 to 21 times, build that into you. Get so good at it that you become more and more competent every day. You will indeed start to reach more of your full potential.
Let's explore further critiquing for cash. Now please, I'm not about to tell you to break any state laws, because in some states it is against the law to tape record both sides of a conversation unless you have oral or written permission, or unless there's a beep tone on the phone line. But in none of the 50 states is it illegal to have a 1995 Kmart tape recorder on your desk and at least tape record your side of the conversation. As you're playing back the tapes, I'm going to encourage you to only listen for 2 or 3 quick items, 2 or 3 quick things that you want to improve upon. Write those down on a list, and then don't listen to the rest of the tape. The next day, as you're listening to another tape of another call, again, listen for 2 or 3 quick things that you want to improve upon and add them to that list. It literally becomes a never-ending list of items that you want to improve upon. Now, on that list, write them down in the form of a positive affirmation. As an example, let's say that you decide that you want to become a little more enthusiastic. You would write that down on a 3x5 or a 5x8 card in the form of a positive affirmation that would say, I am more enthusiastic on each and every call. And each one of the items that you've identified you would put on that list. Interestingly enough, after approximately a week or two, you'll notice that you are becoming a lot more enthusiastic on every call. So you've earned the right to cross that one off on your list. Again, it becomes a never-ending list of ways that you want to improve. It is the best-known method of constant self-improvement. One other tip, you might want to keep those lists as you fill them up and cross them off. They're fun to go back to every 3 or 4 months and see how far you've come, how far you've grown in this great career. And now here's an assignment for you. Make the commitment to go out today yet, or this weekend, and buy that 1995 Kmart tape recorder. I've issued this challenge to over 500,000 telemarketers in the last 6 or 7 years. You go out and buy that tape recorder, tape record one phone call a day, and I'll flat guarantee you that within 30 days, if you don't find that you have dramatically improved your effectiveness on the phone, send the tape recorder to me and I'll reimburse you. In wrapping up, one final word of warning. Don't let other negative salespeople talk you out of a proven skill, technique, or idea. Be willing to work with it, experiment with it, and try variations of it. In other words, be willing to learn something new each day to improve over yesterday.
I'd like to share one parting thought with you, and I wish I knew the author or I would give him credit. It's a beautiful little saying. It goes like this. Those people who invest themselves in becoming the best that they can become, and those people who invest themselves in helping others become the best that they can become, are doing the most important job in the world, because they're completing God's work. I love you all. Have a fantastic future. Thank you. Thank you.
Money, 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 money.